everyone. This week's Business of the Week is owner and operator of Colourland Paint, featuring Benjamin products, Peter Raimondi. How are you, Peter? How are you?
Hi, Sonja.
Good. Can you tell us a little bit about your the business and how long you've been here?
I'm a Benjamin Moore store here located at the corner of Uppermiddle and Walker's Line. I've been here for 19 years. I'm the sole owner, me and my wife, Tricia. I'm a second generation owner. My dad was a painter by trade.
Oh, really?
Opened this store back in 2001, and it has evolved significantly over 19 years.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
So you have a particular color line that you have developed over the years.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess that you're calling that the Graymondi Colour Collection.
Yes.
I guess that's also a spin-off your name as well.
It is.
Right.
It is.
Can you tell us a bit about that and the process? Like, how did you come up with this?
Yeah, it definitely wasn't an easy task. About 7 or 8 years ago, when grays started becoming fairly popular.
And they still are.
And they still are. What I've noticed is that, especially with lighting in homes, LED lighting became very popular as well.
That's right.
So the incandescent bulb kind of got discontinued. And when LED lighting came into play, it made spaces a lot brighter, and it also made undertones and colors become so much more apparent. Your gray or your neutral will end up looking a little too blue or too red or too green, and a lot of Benjamin Moore neutrals tend to have that aspect to them.
Right.
And that is one probably main complaint I had from customers that were picking colors like Revere Pewter or Balboa Mist or Stonington Gray, that the color doesn't look neutral. It has too much blue in it, too much green, too much red. So
right.
I was constantly adjusting colors to get that perfect neutral. So then once I started creating these colors, I just said to myself, well, I might as well just make these colors available to other clients that might be looking for the perfect gray or neutral. And it just expanded from that point. It went from 50 colors up to 300 colors. And I just kind of started creating colors that filled in the gaps that Benjamin Moore colors didn't have, or the Benjamin Moore collection didn't have.
You offer these colors as little paint chips and whatnot for contractors that come in, different painters, so that they have them. And from what I've seen, they're actually real paint chips. They're not just a color swatch. It's a real paint chip.
Yes. Again, being a small independent owner, I wasn't able to go and create or have the resources to create ink and dye chips on a mass scale. So I actually paint every individual chip and cut chips.
You get a true color that way,
and you
too.
get the truest color that way as well. So it is a lot of work on my part, but definitely from customer feedback, it is definitely worth every second I put into it. It has definitely distinguished my store separate from every other, not only Benjamin Moore stores, but other competitive stores in regards to the amount.
Because it's true that you can only buy these particular colors at this location.
Correct.
They're not available anywhere else for
No,
color
they're not.
matching.
They're
or
not.
anything.
And then again, other stores can color match to a certain degree, but they're, my colors are very particular.
Yes.
There's very fine differences between all the different colors I have. So in order to get that wow look in your home, you want that perfect color, right?
That's right.
So,
of course, it's true. People come in and they take a paint sample with them, and they go home, and it may look completely different in their lighting. How do you circumvent that?
So here at Colourland, I installed a variable lighting system as well as LED lighting throughout the store. So at any time, I can adjust the light temperature of my bulbs in a certain space to replicate the lighting in a certain home. I do sell boards.
Oh, you do? Okay.
They're $5 for boards that are pre-painted, but I also sell little tester pots which you can apply directly to your wall.
About an ounce or 2 ounces
Yeah,
of
a couple
paint.
ounces, enough to do about the size of 4 of those boards in different areas.
That's great. So they can get a real good spread of what
Yeah.
that might look like for them visually.
Sometimes
So hard when there's a small paint chip for them to visualize an entire room.
Exactly, especially when you're trying to determine an undertone to a color. Looking at a small chip is just kind of a ballpark color. It's very difficult to really pinpoint an undertone, especially from an ink and dye chips, because ink and dye chips they're just for reference. They're close to the color, they're not exactly the color.
Right. So it's definitely a good idea to come in and talk to you about anything that they
I can
clients
definitely
have
give
for
some
color.
direction on how gray or how grayish or how beige to go with your neutral, depending on the color of the flooring. And also there is a personal aspect or personal preference to the color as well, in regards to whether they want that warm look to the house or more of a cool industrial look to the house. And a lot of that has to do with their furnishings as well. If you have a lot of traditional woods, usually you want to go more warmer tone, more into the grayish, which is becoming very popular, more than a gray. When it comes to gray, it's more of the warm grays that people are gravitating to. than cool grays.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
So thank you very much, Peter. It was a pleasure talking with you today, and I appreciate you showing us everything about your store. It's a lot of hard work has gone into this, and I wish you much success.
Thank you very much, Sonja.
Thank you, and that's this week's Business of the Week.